Hey everyone, this is TheRedEngineer. Welcome back to the Forge of Raffin. Today, I'm going to be doing a review on my latest machine, which just happens to be the hoverplates. Now, the title of this video is Drivable Spaceships because that is exactly what these things are, but I've called them hoverplates for convenience. As you can see over here, I've had a little bit of an accident with one of these, and I've managed to blow up a large area over here because, of course, if you do happen to get it wrong with these things, they are going to blow up a lot of stuff. And so I would recommend that you be very careful with them. Now, over here you can see one that's already working. There are some examples on the machine. Also got a random guy riding them. Yeah, this is a lot of fun, and I'd suggest you check it out. Let's take a look at the crafting recipes first. All of these items that the machine adds can be crafted on top of a heavy weighted pressure plate, which, for your information, is crafted out of 2 iron ingots in the crafting table. And so let's take a look at 2 crafting recipes that this adds. And the reason they're not Raffin crafter recipes is for 2 reasons. First of all, yeah, I'm wondering, maybe 2 or 3. 2 reasons, because first, I wanted this to be a lot easier for everyone. One on the plate. I wanted this to be easier. I don't want people to have to install Raffin Crafter just to play around with this machine. And second, I think that landed on the plate. I was going to do ground crafting anyway, because that's what most people are used to, and so I just decided to make ground crafting recipes. So there we are. There's your recipe. 16 diamonds, a stack of these pressure plates, which, for your information once again, totals up to about 2 stacks of iron, a lava bucket, and 16 netherrack. And the reason I did it like that is because I don't want you guys to have to worry about refueling these things, because that would be extremely lame if you had to refuel these things again and again and again, and it just doesn't seem right to fuel them with coal. Now, I am using a very small little resource pack that I've came up with over the past couple of minutes, because I think these blue flames look a lot better than the traditional orange ones. But apart from that and a couple of sounds, that is all that this resource pack adds, so don't get the idea that this is very resource pack orientated. It would look fine with the orange flames, I just think it looks a whole lot cooler with the blue ones. The next recipe that I should have crafted before I destroyed my plate is the recipe for the joystick, and that is what you're going to use to control these things, and I'll show you how that works in just a bit. So there we are, we got ourselves a joystick. These are the 2 items that this machine adds, just the joystick and the hover plate. Now, let me tell you this right now, this is not compatible with any other machines, and these hover plates are not compatible with each other either. So if you drive hover plates next to each other, bad stuff might start happening. Basically, we're going to hop on here, and this one I landed on the platform. So I'm going to put the other one on this side of the platform because they don't like each other. That's what I'm going to say. That's the way I'm going to say it. They don't like each other. I'm going to try and keep them on opposite sides so that they don't smash into each other. Let's just hop on here, and what we're going to do is we're going to put this joystick inside, and as you can see, it feels like we're flying around in creative mode. You can look down to go downwards, you can look up to go upwards, you could look all around to go in different directions. Let me go into third person mode. Now, as you can see, it's pretty cool. It doesn't seem to be lagging the world very much either, even though we're loading new terrain. So that's the only time it would lag, is if we're trying to load new terrain. So let's go over here. Doesn't seem to be lagging that badly. Once again, if you're recording or if you have other programs open, it'll lag a lot more than normal. This is about normal speed. It's lagging a little bit because I'm recording, but apart from that, it's not a particularly laggy contraption. And you can land these things on obsidian platforms. I've just covered this one with... Okay then. It seems I made a little bit of a miscalculation with that landing, and I managed to smash to pieces on the edge of the platform instead of landing smoothly on top of it. Not particularly nice. I probably came in at the platform at an angle, and as you could see, there is a seismic crater right here in the ground. That's not very nice. I managed to louse that out pretty badly. Yeah, let's try this one out. So this one, what should have happened if I had landed this correctly, is this joystick would have been turned off. So as you can see here, the joystick is off. And all I have to do is throw it on the ground to turn it back on. So you can see the joystick is back on again. Now, you can always take this joystick out of your hover plate at any time. Just make sure that you're not looking down when you put it back in, because if you are, then you'll smash down into the ground. And the joystick will only be turned off if you're coming down at the platform. So there we are, that was a good landing. I was just trying to land on the edge because I was afraid that they'd smash into each other and things would start to bug out, because they don't like each other just as much as they don't like other stuff. Once again, not compatible with any other machines, whether they be my machines or other people's machines. So, let's hop back on here. You can see once again the joystick's power is off. All we have to do is throw that joystick on the ground and we'll turn the power back on. Make sure we're looking upwards, chuck this in here. And you can't actually go up when you're on a platform, unfortunately. You can go sort of up. Maybe you can go up a tiny little bit, but it's very hard to take off of a platform. You have to like skim off of the edge. Another thing that I will show you with this is that it'll set stuff on fire. It'll set entities on fire if you time it right, but you have to be right on top of them. So there we can see it's setting some fire on the ground. Let me see if I can set this cow on fire. Yes, I can. So let's take a look at the damage we've done. Yeah, it's setting fires everywhere. Some of them have gone out because of course grass is not flammable. But it'll light the whole forest on fire if you run it over the trees, because of course it's got a jet of fire coming out the bottom. So let's take a look at that. It caused a bit of damage. This tree over here got a little bit lucky. Didn't manage to set it on fire that much. Oh well. You don't want to try and land these things on the ground, but you can stop these things by just taking out the joystick like that. So they only run if they have the joystick inside. Put the joystick back in, they keep going. So if you just want to quickly stop one of these things and place some blocks and do some building work on the top of your high mountain or your tower or whatever you're building, then that's a great thing to do. Unfortunately, you can't just click this joystick and then it'll pop into here. That would be nice. I hope they would add that feature in the future into Minecraft, where you could just click horse armor and it would just immediately be equipped like regular armor. That would be really cool. But anyway, that is pretty much all there is to the hover plate, apart from the violent explosion it causes, as you've just seen. Don't fly it next to other hover plates, don't fly it next to pretty much any entity from custom machines. But apart from that, this is just the hover plate. It's pretty cool. You wouldn't want to explore your caves with it though. Yeah, I've done a bit of damage to that tree over there. Yeah, you wouldn't want to explore your caves with this. And I'm not sure whether or not I recommend it for exploring your world, because of course it can be a little bit buggy when you're loading new chunks. I'm not sure exactly how slow it's going to be, but however slow it's going to be will be multiplied by the fact that I'm recording. So let's just take a look and see exactly how slow this is. Yeah, it's starting to slow down a bit. We're loading new chunks, we're coming into new terrain. Yeah, it's getting really slow now. So it'll get a lot slower if you haven't loaded the chunks before. So let's try just roaming around here. We got some loaded chunks. We're still loading some chunks though, so it's going to be a bit slower. As you can see, it's not working like it should be working. It's a little bit slow. It's lagging out. So yeah, don't try exploring your world with this when you're recording or when you have other programs open, because Minecraft will lag a lot. The last thing I'd like to mention is that I am currently running Minecraft off of 3 GB of RAM, and that is exactly what you should be running Minecraft off of. If you are not running Minecraft off of 3 GB of RAM, bad things are going to happen. And by bad things, I mean this thing isn't going to move at all. It's going to be like this all of the time, if not even worse. It might not even get off the ground. It might smash into things when you're trying to drive it the other way. And all I'm going to say about that is that you want Minecraft running off at least 3 GB of RAM. Make sure no other programs are open, don't run any other command machines, and then this machine will work correctly. But this is just a fun little thing that you can add to your world. Doesn't seem to be glitching out that much, so it can be a bit slow, but it's never going to be glitchy. That's the one promise. Also, don't land this in water, because then of course it will blow to bits. But anyway, what's the fun of an entire Minecraft video with no explosions, with the exception of that horrible landing I made over there? So let me just show you what happens if you try and crash this thing into a mountain. You are going to be reduced to a severe mental state. Yeah, what did I tell you? But anyway, that is the hover plate, and I do hope you enjoy it. It's pretty cool. I spent quite a bit of time working on this, a lot more than I should have, and I'd really appreciate a like on this video, because once again I spent a lot of time working on this. If you do happen to have fun with this and enjoy it in your survival world, please make sure to leave any feedback you have down in the comments section, but please don't leave too many comments about lag, because of course that is a problem that we all have. And I'm not sure that there's anything you could do to prevent lag apart from running Minecraft off of more RAM, making sure that you don't have any other programs opening or closing, don't do any recording, and don't try exploring new areas and loading new chunks too often. And you shouldn't have too much lag, but apart from that, this is just a pretty cool tool that you can roam around your world in. But anyway, on to the installation. Right, so the first thing you're going to want to do is get into a Minecraft world where you have cheats enabled, and of course do not run this on servers because you and your friend can't fly hoverplate at the same time. It just doesn't work like that. And once you're on your cheats single player world, type /give, press tab, press space and tab once again, type COMM, and you will get yourself a command block. Now you can place this command block down in your spawn chunks, and I respawn right about over here, which means that this whole area around here are my spawn chunks, and so placing the command block here should do me very well. The next thing I'm going to do is head on down to the description of this video and grab the link to this page on the Forge of Raffin. Then I'm going to scroll down to the bottom. I'm going to highlight this command, and once I get to the top, I'm going to right click on the command after selecting all of it, press copy, head back into Minecraft, open our command block, and paste it inside. Now the combination for pasting is your master key plus the letter V. And your master key on Windows is the control key or the CTRL key if you prefer, and the master key on Mac is the command key. So then just press a button on the top or place a redstone block next to it, and as you can see, here's the machine. And just for an example, here's what it looks like with the orange flames without the blue flame resource pack. So this is what it looks like normally, and then it looks a bit different with the blue flames. But apart from that, the machine is installed. If you are not satisfied with the machine, you can hit the toggle machine activity sign to turn it off. Then you can hit that sign again to turn it back on. As you can see, it doesn't work properly when it's been turned off. So the hover plates won't work when you turn it off. Turn it back on, and everything should be fine. You can also click the destroy machine sign if you're not interested in playing around with the hover plates anymore, and everything will be gone. Your hover plates will not work, and I would hate to see what happens if you try flying around with them. But anyway, this has been RoboRanger of the Forge of Raffin. I hope you like my latest creation. Please leave a like on this video if you do happen to like it, because of course I put a ton of work into this machine, and I'd really appreciate if you like this video, put it a little bit higher in the ranks so that more people can see this machine and enjoy the hover plates in the form of drivable spaceships. But apart from that, this has been RoboRanger of the Forge of Raffin, and I'm out. I'll see you all later.
Psst, don't forget to join the institution.